Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, back again for another episode. This time we have landed in the taluka of Bardes, specifically at Mapsa. And behind me you can see a wonderful church over here, and this is the Milagres Church. Ladies and gentlemen, this church is known more as St. Jerome's Church. It was established in the year 1594. This year it is celebrating 425th anniversary. Let's find out more about all these particular things. But what is very, very important of this particular church is the deity over here, the Milagres or Our Lady of Miracles, is supposedly accepted as the converted sister, one among the seven, called as Mirabai. The other sisters are Lairai, Kerabai, Mahamaya, Morzai, Ajadipa, Shitala Devi, and their lone brother is Khetoba. How it got converted, please don't ask me, because this is an accepted tradition of Goa. And because of that, there are hundreds and thousands of Hindu people who come here to venerate this. Ladies and gentlemen, in this place, there are so many things that happen, very unique things that happen. It doesn't happen at many of the places or most of the places in Goa. Now, that we have come over here, let us see how beautiful this church is. Inside, talk to the people and let us all be enlightened about the rich heritage of our Goa. This is brought to you by my Goem on Prudent. Standing in the hot sun with my cameraman making eyes at me from behind. This festival at Mapsa, the Milagres Church Festival, very unique. Now here, you can see that they have made a beautiful arrangement for people to go around the place. Why have they made this arrangement? That is because there is one idol of Our Lady of Miracles kept inside and one is kept outside in an arrangement made by the church. And they have kept the idol where they all come here, hundreds and thousands of Hindu people who have got the faith, because they say that she is the earlier converted sister of one of those seven sisters here. And what do they do here? There is oil that is kept here for sale, which you must buy, and then they pour it. That's what you do. And this is how they express their faith in Milagres. Please do come, experience this. You will have to stand in a line. They have made these beautiful arrangements over here. Please come, because God is one and we Goans have to be Goans. Harmony over here. Please do come for the Milagres feast and see the culture and the tradition that takes place over here. So here we are in front of the St. Jerome Church in Mapsa. Now when I say St. Jerome, only a few people may be able to locate in their mind where this church is. But if I tell you that we are next to the Milagres Church, immediately you will realize where we are standing right now. This particular church was established in the year 1594, and on 26th of April of 2019, they celebrated 425th anniversary of establishing of this particular church. Uh, During the Portuguese time, this church was known as the Church of Nossa Senhora dos Todos e Bem, or of well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular church has got an amazing history and legend that goes along with this. And more than this, I will come to the legends later. We will see a lot of things here, but let us go inside and see how the altar and the other aspects of this church is. Come on, follow me inside. As you walk inside the outer aisle of this church over here, you can see some beautiful antique altars over here. If you have got such things at home, preserve them, because we don't get them anymore. And like I told you, this particular church is named after Saint Jerome. Here you can see Saint Jerome, a beautiful image that has been carved out of wood. And I'm sure that with his hand on top, I am being blessed. Now here on the wall, you can see this long structure that has been kept. This is the cross that is used on Good Friday. They put this over here and then they erect it up. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the most beautiful churches that we have in Bardes. Not only beautiful, but the most famous. Famous for what? For its history and for its feast. And here we have with us Father Diniz Fernandez, who is the parish priest of this St. Jerome's Church at Mapsa, which is more famously known as Milagres Church. Father, good morning and welcome to my program called as My Goem. You are the parish priest of one of the most beautiful churches that we have at Mapsa. It has got a lovely history.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about this church?
This church was founded in 1594, and this year we are celebrating 425 years.
Oh, wow.
It's a jubilee year for us, and everyone is, excited about it. So we have just had a celebration, inauguration of this 425 years on 26th of April.
Okay.
But as you said, you would like to know a little bit of a history of
Yes.
this church.
Yes.
As I said, it was built in 1594, and it was founded by Fray Geronimo with the help of the Gaunkas of Comunidad of Mapsa, Kollem,
Okay.
and Kunchelim. After that, when there was an increase in the population in 1674, people thought of enhancing this church. So with the increase of the parishioners in 1674, there was a need to enhance the building, the church structure. And so then as well, the Comunidad of Mapsa, Kollem, and Kunchelim pitched in. Of course, initially we had the funds from other donations as well.
Okay. From the people as well?
From the people as well. And then in 1838, a disaster took place. In fact, on the Vespers day, just before the feast, on the previous evening, carelessly a candle was left on the altar, and the altar caught fire, and the church was, destroyed. And the sacristan who was, serving the parish, he helped in collecting a lot of valuable items of the church and the documents as well.
As it was burning?
As it was burning.
Okay.
So he was one who helped in getting the
Saving those
items of the of the altar, of the documents that were there. But then as well, the church, then it was once again repaired, and it took almost 1 year. But at the time of since this disaster took place, the feast could not be celebrated in the church, and therefore that year we had to celebrate the feast in our cemetery.
You
All
celebrated the
feast
feast in the
masses
cemetery?
in the cemetery.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
that is we had the space there, we had the altar there, and so we had to accommodate our services in the cemetery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then of course in the year 1961, there was another mishap or other disaster that took place. Was Portuguese bombed the place, and the church roof was blown off.
Oh,
Blown off.
okay.
And that time as well, then afterwards the repairs were conducted. So this is a little bit of a history of the church.
In fact, Father, I must say that if you tell me that this church was burned down, and today when I look at your altar, it is one of the most well kept and beautiful altars that you have. But talking about the altar, this church is dedicated to Saint Jerome.
Saint Jerome, right?
But Saint Jerome is seen on the right hand side altar.
Right.
Can you tell us something a little bit more about that?
Well, in fact, I've been trying to inquire about this point. How come we have the main statue of Our Lady of Milagres on the main altar, and the patron being Saint Jerome
Yes.
is put on the side altar?
Yes.
I have not had a very satisfactory explanation given to me till date.
That is very
But-
frank of you.
But I must confess, and I must say that, the faithful usually have a very great devotion, a deep devotion
Yes.
to Mother Mary.
Very nice.
And from the beginning, it's not only the Catholics, the parishioners, who honor Mary
Yes.
and acknowledge her as the intercessor, but even the people of other faiths, and most especially the Hindus. They also have a great devotion to Our Lady of Miracles.
Yes.
And so it's not only the Catholics who come for the Navinas and the feast, but it's also the Hindus who will come here to express their love and devotion and to pray, and through her intercession to receive God's blessings, and also to express their thanks and gratitude for all the blessings that they have received.
Yes.
This is my 4th year. In fact, I've been seeing an increase, especially after our feast, after the feast is over, which takes place, of course, on the 3rd Monday after the feast of Easter.
Easter. So it is the 16th day, do they say that? Or is it on the 3rd Monday?
3rd Monday.
Third Monday,
I think
okay.
it's 16th day probably.
Probably,
Can be done,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. 3rd Monday after the
Yes.
Easter.
Okay.
That works up to 16th, I suppose, as according to your calculation.
Must be. Must be.
Yes, so on the 16th. And thereafter, in a very special way, we have a lot of Hindu people coming to express their devotion and love towards Mother Mary.
Now that you say that, and I totally agree, because I myself also have stood in line over there to put the oil, but there is something here that we have got an idol of Our Lady of Miracles inside, and there is one kept outside,
Yes.
where the people put oil on top of it.
Correct,
That stall is looked after by the nuns from where?
The nuns from the Handmaids of Christ,
Handmaids of Christ.
Kalangut.
From Kalangut.
Yes.
Okay, Father, and there is something very unique over there. I see a lot of candles in the form of hands and head and body. What are those?
Yes, it is only to express a sense of gratitude for the blessing received. Suppose they have had a hand injury or a leg injury or whatever part of the body. If they have prayed and they have received this blessing and a healing, they will come and offer this.
Oh.
Or
okay.
it could be otherwise also, if there is an injury to any part of the body, that particular part of the body, they will offer it in the symbol of the wax candle,
Yes.
wax, and pray for the healing
Healing of that.
healing of
So the lady here, the deity here is basically Our Lady of Blessings and Healing.
It's a Lady of Miracles.
Miracles. Okay, so it,
Of course,
she
then
does a
all
lot
those
of
things are included
into
coming
that,
into that. Yes.
Okay, and Father, one last question I'm going to ask you. It has been said that sometimes you see high-placed people, who are begging with a kottiyo over here. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, there are a lot of people doing that during this occasion, during the time of Navinas and during the time of the feast. It's only because they had made a vow. And to fulfill that vow, that they would be begging.
Okay.
In fulfillment of that vow that they had made.
So they will show their humility.
They will show their humility in spite of being, well-to-do.
Yes, and the money that they collect from that, I think they would offer it to the
church.
To the church.
Yes.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, lot of things have been opened out for you by Father Dennis. Father, thank you so much for the immense time that you have given to us. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand one thing. I told you about the story of this place. Now, the local people believe that Milagres was one of the sisters from the 7 sisters that are revered here in Goa by the Hindus. They are Kerabai, Lairai, Mahamaya, Morzai, Shitla Devi, Ajadipa, and there was one more sister called as Mirabai who had her temple at Mayam. It is said that this deity was converted and is being revered as Our Lady of Miracles or Milagres. Now, every year the Lairai in the month of May, that is at Shirgaon, celebrates the fire festival. And the feast of Milagres Church happens plus or minus a few days here and there. It is said that earlier, during the feast of Milagres, which is to take place later, the Lairai Temple Committee would send a can of oil or candles and flowers for the feast over here. And on the day of the feast of Lairai, the church committee here would send a tin of oil and mogra flowers to that place. Possibly now this has been discontinued, but there is something that happens here in this particular church which is amazingly beautiful. Again, a bond between 2 communities of Goa. No hard feelings here. And that is this idol that you see over here of Our Lady of Miracles is revered inside the church over here as it is kept. Thousands of people attend over here, and this idol is kept outside for the Hindu people to revere. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not believe it. There is a huge queue of people, who come. They buy oil, which is there provided, and everything is manned by the sisters over here, the nuns. And you buy that oil and then you pour it over these idols. When you see this close, you will find that it is shining. It has got a very oily luster. That is the oil. And that is how the people express their faith in God, irrespective of where, how, and when. And this is the beauty of Goa. We believe in God, we believe in people. Okay, now the things are going a little haywire. Time has not gone very far. We Goans need to revive our culture, and my Goem is bringing all this thing to you with one aim. Let us empower the next generation. with the wonderful and the rich culture of Goa, that is called as Goenkar pond, true Goenkar pond, not just saying it, Goenkar pond. So, see this. So, ladies and gentlemen, behind me here you can see a beautiful cubicle that is fixed into the wall, and that is called as the pulpit. Now, during the earlier time there was no microphones, and the priest would come and stay inside over here and say the prayers and the mass, and many of the officers would be sitting on the choir balcony that was over here, because they would not sit with the people. If you look at this structure, look at the wonderful carving that are there on this, and these are all done by Goan artists, whether they are Christians, whether they are Hindus, they are Muslims, is not the issue. The issue is that it is done by Goan artisans. Many of the churches have got this pulpit like this. Some of the churches have removed them when they renovated, but you can see how lovely they have taken aspects of somebody carrying it on their head over here, and the 10 commandments that are marked on top. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now inside the church of Milagres, or Our Lady of Miracles, or St. Jerome's Church. You can see an amazingly beautiful altar over here, which has been gilded with gold, possibly gold plated with that thing, and it is wooden carved. In the center of this, there is the statue or the icon of Our Lady. It is gold gilded, and on this altar you can see Saint John the Baptist, and on one side you have got Saint Peter, Saint Paul, and there is one more altar on the other side which has got Saint Jerome and Joseph and Sebastian. Ladies and gentlemen, when you come here, this is amazing sight. So please do come here and attend the Feast of Milagres on the 16th day after Easter. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we were talking to Father Dennis, the parish priest of St. Jerome's Church over here, he mentioned that this church was established in 1594, and this year, that is 2019, they are celebrating the 425th anniversary of that. But what he did, he told me to visit another assistant priest over here. And when we walked in here, this young man looked very, very dynamic. His name, Father Dialon de Costa. Let us speak to him and find out about what this anniversary celebrations and other feasts that this church is doing. Father, welcome to my program called as My Goem, and we are eagerly looking forward to listen to you about the 425 years anniversary that you are celebrating, plus whatever the other feasts that you are celebrating here in this church.
Yeah, this year we are celebrating 425 years of our church, and the name of the church is Saint Jerome. Saint Jerome is the patron of this church. And as we celebrate 425 years, not only the priests, but the parishioners also are very happy on this occasion.
Okay.
It's a joyous occasion for all of us. And this 425 years, the ceremony we have started on 26th
Of
April of this month. And on that day, the bishop declared the ceremony open by leaving a dove in the air.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was a very symbolic
gesture. And bishop not only inaugurated the 425 years of our ceremony, but also he blessed the banner. He blessed the banner to start and to begin the novenas of Milagres feast. And then the bishop moved forward at the church facade and he opened the logo and the theme of the year. It's this picture. It's this picture. It has many symbols in it. The 425 years. This is the church. Then there is the family. And this is the community.
Father, what are the other feasts that you all celebrate over here? Our Lady of Miracles, the feast is celebrated on the third Monday after Easter. The church is dedicated to Saint Jerome. When do you celebrate that feast?
The first Sunday of October.
So this church is fortunate to have two feasts. Thank you very much, Father. You have been very, very informative, and I'm sure that all my viewers who are there in the US, in UK and wherever, they will look forward to coming here for the feast and for the masses. Thank you very much.
God bless you. All the best.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the episode of Our Lady of Milagres or Saint Jerome Church episode. I'm sure that you have come to know many things that you may not have known earlier. Yes, we would have loved to go into the feast, but time constraint we couldn't. I'm sure you may have something more to tell us, something more about your place. So please write to us on the email that you see over here. We love to hear from you. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to say bye to you and meet you in the next episode. Signing off.